Welcome to Exploration Series 2. Now, for the first episode, I thought I'd give you a real treat. Today we're going to be walking through both the Glenfarg tunnels. So, they've got a bit of a history behind them, as all railways do. The line was opened in 1890 when the construction of the Forth Rail Bridge was finished, and this was one of the main links between Edinburgh and Perth. Then, in 1970, to allow the construction of the M90 to be built, which is the new motorway, unfortunately this railway stood in the way, and that's what led to its closure. But the tunnels are still open to the public, and they have been for a long time now, and it's something I've always wanted to do, so that's what we're going to do today. I really hope you enjoy this video, and to be honest with you, I'm not sure what to think right now, because I'm not the bravest of people, but you know, I'm going to suck it in. It's for you guys, and I've got my head torch as well, so here we go. We're now on the old viaduct which goes over the road. I'll show you what's down there. I don't know if you can see anything. There's a river and a road that this viaduct goes over, and right in front of me there is the entrance to the first tunnel. Now, I'm feeling a bit nervous to do this actually, because like I said, this isn't my thing, but I think I'm going to enjoy it once I get in there. This here is the viaduct that I've just walked over, which takes you above the road and the river that's down there. And round here is the tunnel entrance, which we're about to go in. Oh, oh wow, this is really weird. Oh, it's cool though. I don't like it, but it's actually quite cool. So I don't know if you can make that out, but that thing there that you can see, that's the abandoned car that's been in here for a number of years. It was in shape until someone decided to just rip it up. So now we're going to keep going and see what else we can find. Right, so we've now made it round the corner of the tunnel, and we're just making our way out now. You can see the end there. I don't know how well you can see because it is pretty dark in here. This hedge torch is okay, but you know, it's enough. It's enough to get through. And now looking back and seeing that is completely pitch dark is actually creeping me out a little bit. But it's not the scary. Actually, it might be the scariest thing I've ever done. I don't think I've ever done anything like this before. So we're now approaching the end of the first tunnel, and I'll give you updates when we approach the second tunnel. So that's just coming out the first one now. This is the longest one. The next one, I believe, is actually shorter, but it is darker because it's on a tight bend, whereas this one only has a small bend in it. So we're now coming out the tunnel, making our way to the second one. So I'll give you another update soon. So we've came out the tunnel, and here we have a road bridge that goes over the railway bed. This is just a farm road we've got here overhead. Back there, that's the tunnel that we just came out of. So all this squelchy mud here, this was the track bed, and now we're going to make our way along to the second tunnel. So this structure here is quite nice. I'm guessing this will be about as old as the tunnels. That's just a rough guess, because the thing is, most of the lines I've done have a good bit of research and information online, but with this line there's not a lot I could actually find about it, so that's maybe something I'm going to have to do. So we're now about to enter the second tunnel. This one is 20 metres smaller, but it is darker because it has a really big curve in the middle, so this one is going to be darker. So let's get the head torch back on and get in here, because I might not like this one as much as the other one. I didn't like the other one, but I don't seem to mind this much now, because once you do something once, it's usually okay. But as you can probably hear, this one's got a lot more sound in it. It's got a lot more of an echo. Whoa! You're now out of the second tunnel. It was a lot darker and a lot more acoustic than the first one, mainly because this one has such a bend to it. When we entered the tunnel, it was actually round the corner about there, and the wall was like there, so it's quite a turn as you come in. So we're still on the track bed, and if you continue along here, this takes you down to Bridge of Erne. Now, I'm not going to do that today what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk on for about 5-10 minutes because I think there's maybe a coal cart up here that someone told me about. If I can't find that, I'll stop, have some lunch, make my way back through the tunnels and end the video. So yeah, you know, we'll see what happens, we'll see what we find. So this is where we're going to break for lunch. We've got a fabulous view here looking towards Perth is over the top of that hill up there, and over there we've got Bridge of Erne. So this is a fantastic place to sit and have our lunch and just admire the beautiful scenery we've got going here. It's really nice actually. It's worth almost putting your pants in 2 big deep tunnels to come out and see this lovely view. It's really nice. We have found another viaduct. This is after coming out the second tunnel on the walk towards Bridge of Erne. If you look down there, there's a little river down there. It's quite a steep drop. You can walk over as well, but I wanted to have a look at the structure of this bridge, and it's another lovely old viaduct we've got here. So yeah, it's quite nice that this stuff's all still standing, to be honest, because you'd think when they took the railway line apart they would get rid of a lot of bridges like this as well. But it's nice that they've kept a lot of this railway. This actually makes up for the fact that there's no track, the fact that there's 2 massive tunnels you can walk through, because most old tunnels are actually shut off now, but these 2 are still open. And we've got this lovely viaduct here. We've got 2 viaducts on this line. We've got one just before the 2 tunnels, and then we've got this one after both the tunnels. So yeah, this is a very nice structure as well. And what we're going to do now is we're now going to make our way back through both the tunnels. We're now heading back through the second tunnel. This is the shorter one at 460 metres long, so this is 20 metres shorter than the first tunnel. This tunnel is a lot darker and it's a lot more echoey because of the way that it's shaped. The sounds bounce off the walls more in here, and that makes it a bit louder. So all you can see right now is the torch in front of me. That's literally the only thing you can pick up on the camera right now. If I look back, you can still see the entrance to the tunnel, but if I look ahead, I mean, you can slightly see my torch there on the roof, but that is about it. That's the only light that we have. We are now in like the middle area of the tunnel. I can now see the light at the end. That definitely hasn't taken as long to get through as it did on the way in. As you can see, there's a lot of text on the walls that people have left, and if you look above us, there's some really old brickwork there. As you can see, these tunnels are pretty old because the railway was actually only open for 80 years, and that was 1890 to 1970. It feels weird because if you were to come through this tunnel on a train, you'd be in and out in maybe about 30 seconds. But to walk through this part of it is taking us about maybe 5-10 minutes. But it's a very nice structure, and I'm definitely going to do this again because I didn't think I'd enjoy it, but I am. So yeah, if you have any questions, then you know, be free to leave them in the comment section. Before this video is uploaded, I will try and find out some more information about the railway to give you as much info on it as I can. We're now back at the first tunnel that we came through earlier on, so we're going to head back through the now. Oh god, it's dripping from the roof, all the rain's dripping from the roof. So yeah, we're now heading back into the first tunnel. This is the longer one. This one. This is about 20 metres longer than the second one. First one. It really depends which way you come in. But from what I've been told, this one is the first one at 480 metres long, and the second one is the 460 metre long one. So it is. I think it's better that I've got the camera facing this way so you can actually see me a bit more. But yeah, so it's nice to be back in the second tunnel. I do really like this, and of course, if you guys maybe want to come up here one day, then I really recommend it. The only thing I would say to you, right, is wear wellies, right, because that's the mistake I've made, and my shoes are really dirty. But to be honest, yeah, I don't mind getting wet, cold, dirty, because I think it's worth it for this, because I really enjoy doing stuff like this. I know you guys enjoy watching the videos as well. So yeah, you look behind me, you can see what was the way that I've just came in. And ahead of me, I can now see the end of this tunnel as well. So we're definitely doing a lot better. So once we get out of the tunnel, I will talk to you then. Right guys, so we're now out of the tunnels after going through both of them twice. Now we're going to make our way back to the car and head home. Okay, I must say that it's so good to be filming for the exploration series again. Of course, it was 2018, 2 years ago, that I did the first series, and now I'm back, finally. It's taken a long time, but you know, we're back now, and I'm loving it. For this review on this episode quickly, I'd just like to say that I think these tunnels are fantastic, and I'm so lucky that they've not been closed off or anything. The fact that you can still walk through these is amazing. They're really nice structures, and the two viaducts you've got on this line as well, also brilliant structures. So I would really recommend that you visit this railway and check it out for yourself, because it's definitely an experience and a half. If it's not your kind of thing, don't do it, but if you want to try it, if you feel a bit daring, then go for it. But I really suggest coming here because it's really good. I hope you've all enjoyed the first episode of Series 2. Thanks for watching, guys.